I have a question.
Go you in the back? Yeah, you.
Does does World of Warcraft cause this loneliness?
Dude, he's projecting.
Oh, go for
Hey guys, it's it's your boy
it.
Hypey and his friend.
Innovate. What's up?
Yup. I need you to know. Uh, I started recording immediately once I saw you pull out the water jug. And
Okay,
that's why I was like, okay, well that's funny. I was like, I'm just
unclipped.
starting.
Great,
Yeah.
exciting.
Anyways,
Okay, what's up?
what's up, guys? It's an Idols podcast. You know what it is. You know the vibes. We're back with another episode. Today we're gonna
Hypey
be.
wanted to rename it. Wait, before we even go
Oh
ahead,
yeah, that's true.
guys, like, subscribe. I've just gotten into 6 subscribers. I am beyond excited. If you're watching episode 10 right now and you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Also, Hypey wanted to change the name of the podcast. Can you
Okay.
believe that?
So hear
Can
me
you
out.
believe that?
Hear me out.
Hearing you out.
I, at the end of the day, I was like, we're just two dudes. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that should have been the name." I'll be honest, I think we were like pretty like, "Oh, we have to have a name," and idle screens, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'm becoming a fan of it though.
yeah,
Being called idle screens is cool.
same.
And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, that's a pretty badass name.
It's just two guys or like just two dudes. I think would have gone
But what
crazy.
happens when we have guests?
It I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. As soon as I had that thought, I immediately got canceled it
Oh,
because just for reference, I told Innovate, I was like, dude, we should have just been just two dudes or just two guys. And then he was like, we could still rebrand, like there's no problem with that. But when I thought about literally like having a guest or like someone else or like if something
yeah,
changes, I was like, ah, that
I'm
doesn't
over it.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so immediately I was like, too much work too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
anyways, um, devastation. Today's topic I wanted to get into is about loneliness.
Okay.
I feel like it's just been very relevant, especially considering the past few years.
Mhm.
Obviously, this would have been a lot more relevant during like the lockdown and such. You can feel like
Yeah.
everyone's expression towards that. But um, the reason I bring it up,
Loneliness.
yeah, the
Just
reason
in case you missed the topic of the video, loneliness.
the reason I bring it up is because um, a lot of a lot of people I know, a lot of my friends, they have been sharing a lot of their experiences with me. And one thing they kind of mention is that they are struggling to um, find motivation or you know like something as simple as like, hey, what do you do to like make friends or how do you approach the situation? Like, I
Interesting.
haven't really been
Is
going
this
out. What
bros or
should I do?
girls?
This is actually both. And
Okay.
one thing I will say is one of those things that people will mention a lot is how guys being friends with other guys is very easy. You know, they just meet up with each other, dab each other up, you know, they're best friends, right? That's always constantly joke about. I'm not even joking. You look up any
Mhm.
reel or TikTok and you'll see that as a bit. But
Yeah.
it's legit. It's legit. Um, and it's kind of rough because, you know, you have this whole cycle between across both genders where it's like, you know, something is stopping them from feeling comfortable with talking to another person. For example, like a guy struggling to talk to another guy, maybe they're like, we don't have similar interests. That guy loves everything about sports. I don't even know what a football is, right? And um,
Are we talking American? Like,
yeah,
is it not international football? Like, I
and
get it.
and
So
and
it's so complicated.
and like, you know, like a girl with another girl is like, you know, maybe what do you even start the conversation with and like where do you go from there is one of the like complaints I hear some of my friends say. Like she doesn't even know how to start the conversation. Um,
Okay, can I tag in here?
yeah.
So what's really interesting is that when it comes to, I think it was on Twitter, they did a study where they basically read through a lot of tweets or thousands and thousands of tweets. Generally, women are meaner to women. And I think that's why a lot of women tend to, while to some extent, I think socially it's somewhat frowned upon when women have a lot of male friends. But I think sometimes that's why women gravitate more to have male friends themselves, because women tend to be mean, or they might have a what is it? Not subliminal messages, or underlying reasoning or underlying intentions of why they are associated to someone. So they might be using someone just for social status and stuff like
Hmm.
that,
Hmm.
which is weird, right? Because as bros, we don't think about it like at all like that.
Yeah.
From a bro to a bro, we're just like, yo, what up? Yo, do you want to go hang out? But
Yeah.
we're not really intentional generally, because
Hmm.
obviously, sometimes you need a job, bro. So you gotta be homies with the guy that is the boss, whether
Yep.
you like
Yep.
it or not.
Yep.
But yes, I do think women tend to, with other women specifically,
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
sometimes have these underlying reasonings as to why they are becoming friends with someone. Not always. This is again, this isn't always. I'm only stating this with confidence also because I was raised with sisters. I did not have brothers. So I, with confidence, can say my sisters had negative experiences with having female friends. So just take that, because the reason, for example, the
Hmm.
bro code is so highly listed as something that a lot of bros do, where it's just like you just don't date your bro's ex, or like you don't hit on your bro's girl and stuff like that, right? I feel like the girl code isn't really a thing, and I think that's why sometimes there's as a larger argument, I think, in that sense, because the bro code is like followed, like if you're not a bro code, other bros that aren't even in that circle will judge you.
Right.
And I think that's such a socially thing with like dudes, where if someone that is not even a part of the group realizes that you did not follow the bro code, they shun you as well, which is interesting to think about.
Yeah, like it's funny you mentioned it because when you're mentioning the bro code, in my head I was thinking, I was like, I haven't heard of that in a long time. But
It
I
was a large high school thing, but it's one of those things where like you get indoctrinated into it basically,
but
if
but
you think about it.
but low key, the fact that the girl code has never existed, I've never heard of the girl code. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's there. Like it's
yeah,
a thing, right? Where you don't date your friends like exes and stuff like that. It's just not
dude.
prevalent, like
And just to not and just to mention, by the way, like my mindset when going back to like making a friend, whether it be a guy or a girl, is I always just try to leave an impression by saying something ridiculous. Like, it's crazy is that some of my closest friends have started with like some of the most ridiculous statements. One of my best friends literally started like our friendship started because I just kept calling her bestie. Like, I just kept calling her bestie,
okay.
she's the queen. Yeah, and like,
Yeah,
I was like, you know what, girl boss, let's get it. And she's amazing.
yeah,
She's awesome. But it was like I'm not even joking, that easy for me to make that friendship. Another friend that's really I'm really close to, and I even like lived with the guy for a bit. My first sentence to the guy was, "Would you rather be a shock or a shoe?" Because I didn't know how to start the conversation. And for him, the concept was so bizarre that he was like, "I need to keep talking to this guy." And so like
yeah.
I continued talking to the guy, and now he's he's a really great friend of mine. But the the thing is, when you feel like you're lonely, you start having the concept that you start overthinking, you start being worried about it.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to the rich get richer, right? Where it's really comedic that a lot of theories that I keep interacting with recently, I keep running into the idea of the rich get richer idea, and it's very similar in socially as well. If you have a lot of friends, your friends introduce you to more friends, so then you have more friends because your friends introduce you to more friends, and then those friends will now introduce you to more
Oh
kind of
yeah,
thing.
connections.
So yeah, because let's say I made one friend on Discord,
Yeah.
right? And then that friend, or five friends, right? I made five friends on Discord. one of the five friends then invites me to his Discord to go hang out in his Discord, right? I vibe with them, and here and there, I might go and hang out with them. But now I have more acquaintances. And then from that Discord that I joined, I now made five more acquaintances or friends, right?
Hmm.
And then that one person from that Discord might then associate to on the other groups, etc., etc. Notice how it's kind of like a snowball of how many acquaintances you can collect, or I say collect because
Yeah.
right,
Um, what
acquaintances are cool, but they're just not friends.
it and it's interesting you bring up that concept because I feel like it happens a lot of the times. You make one Discord friend, they're like, "Oh, join my server." You see like four people in there, you're like, "Oh, that's a little crazy,"
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And but then suddenly like they start maybe playing a game that you like and you mention it, you're like, "Whoa." Right? But
yeah.
the issue I see for a lot of people is like that first friend. Like, how do you approach getting that friendship? I had actually
Go to
now.
an LFG server.
Yeah, dude.
But go on, go
It,
on, go on,
no,
go
no, no,
on.
no. That's actually an amazing point because one of my friends, what I was telling her because she was like what should I do? I
Yeah,
was like community servers. I was like at first like just join with other people that like know what you're doing and hang out with people like your interest. It's kind of like clubs or an activity, like do
yeah.
what you want to
It's
do.
literally like a public library. You can
Yeah,
even think about it.
and and the the progress that she made from joining them like was insane because now she made her own Discord and like the friends that she met there and like liked was like,
And
hey,
she invited them.
yeah,
Yeah.
come through. And now like she has some good friends to talk to and she has some friends to play with and it worked perfectly for her. But obviously at first she was like, dude, where do you even go to the friend store? Like where's the friend generator? You know? But it is a tough concept, especially because at the end of the day, you are one person trying to convince yourself, like trying to convince the other person, like I'm not, I'm kind of cool, I'm kind of cool, you know?
Yeah, it's like a top bottom situation for sure. Because you have to let go of those, not necessarily doubts, but that insecurity, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what word I would like to use, but I mean, I see it, right? Even in myself, who finds it easy to invite people to his lobby kind of thing. When I'm looking through an LFG server, I've recently I got really into Marvel Rivals and I've been LFGing with a lot of people, and it's super chill. And the best part um, is that I'm not speed dating these people. Just in general, to me they're friends to be honest. But it's like speed dating in the sense of
Dude,
like you
the other
go into a
episode,
lobby.
like,
I know
yeah.
you go into a lobby and I'm gonna use a bro so that way people don't think I'm weird for it. But like it's just a bro, right? And then I'll play two games or more. If I have a good time, I'll add them or invite them to my next one. Or if I had a bad time, don't feel weird saying I'm gonna leave. And what I did earlier today, I felt a little bad, but just like I know myself, right?
Hmm.
And I said, look, bro, literally game one, start one. If we lose two games in a row, I'm out. I'm just saying, sometimes you don't vibe, and like that's okay. But I start that conversation because I also don't want it to be like out of nowhere. Oh, I'm leaving.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
what I explained it in the sense of to me as a, I just want to win. I'm gonna be honest. Friends is cool, but I just want to win. So it's one of those things where in games, play styles are important. If we don't match in playstyle, we're never gonna win. We can try to accommodate playstyles. If you're my best homie, if I got Hypey here with me and we suck ass together, we're just gonna figure it out together and we'll eventually fix a playstyle. But
Yep.
if I got a random homie over here who I've never known ever, and that guy is a random dude, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna dip. Bye.
It and and
Playstyles are important.
I kind of agree with it a little bit because at first I was kind of like, I don't care if someone's good, right? But it does matter, and it is something I've seen a lot where your skill levels kind of need to align because if you don't, it might be really hard for the person in the low elo, or it might
Yeah.
be even hard for
Well,
yourself because they're that good.
well,
Well,
not a skill level thing. We could be the same rank, but I'm saying in play style. So some
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah,
play
yeah.
very aggressively, some people play very passively, some people play very like in between that play style.
Oh, dude, it's like when
I
you
was doing amazing, but I want everybody to know I was having a great game and they weren't. But it was easy for me to tell that it was a play style thing more than it was a that I didn't think they were good. I genuinely just felt like my play style just didn't match theirs, and I'm good.
okay,
I'm gonna dip.
okay,
That's it. Like to me, it was that. Like we didn't have the same.
quick flex. For example, this is why I think that scenario is bad, because quick flex, quick example. I played Marvel Rivals season two. Well, I played it
Uh,
season one, season two. It doesn't matter. That's not the
okay.
point. The point is, I hit 80% win rate only playing Thor, and I went all the way to Celestial before I quit because I hate myself. Right? The thing is, even through that 80% win rate, which obviously anyone would want, right? That guy's
Uh,
winning. I want to be in that guy's team. I lost them. I lost 20% of my games.
yeah.
If I met Innovate in two of those games that I lost, he thinks I'm hot garbage and carried. I just lost my friend. I just lost my friend.
What do you mean? I'm so confused. What do you mean?
Like, I'm trying to say, if I'm the random person,
Uh
like in
huh.
a Discord, and I'm like, hey, you want to play some Marvel Rivals? And you're like, sure, dude, I don't even know you. Let's get it. Right? Um,
Okay.
and then when we played, um, I lost two games. Like, I lost
Oh,
two
the
games with you.
20%.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying. Like the twenty
yeah.
percent.
Then you're
Okay.
done. You're done. You personally, you're done. Right? Or
Yeah.
am I wrong? You're
Yeah. Yeah.
done?
Yeah. I'm done.
Innovate.
I don't know you, bro. You could be God, and I just don't know, bro.
You could be God and like you just don't know. You hear how you sound right now? You're ridiculous. Anyways, that is not the point. Let's go back to it. Um,
Guys, you don't have to be like me. That'll be my argument.
I guess that's
Live
fair.
your
I guess
life
that's fair.
however you want to live. You do not have to be me. I am degen competitive, right? I'm not even as good as Hype hit Celestial. I've yet to hit Celestial. All right, I've only hit Grandmasters. All right, so Hypey is a friendlier person and he's better at video games than me. All right, so Hypey's gonna play with you. Hypey's gonna run open lobbies, quick play, bro. He's gonna be like, guys, hop in. I'm running.
Dude, okay.
I'm gonna be the guy that tells you guys, I don't care. I don't really want to play. But like that's the thing, right? I don't Hypey is a better gamer than me and he's more willing to be social. I am not, but I want you guys to understand if anything the aspect of feeling lonely with either perspective of Hype's or my perspective, right? Live however you want. Whatever makes you happy. Like if I'm happy, I'm chilling, dude, right? If Hype's happy, he's chilling. But if you want to play with other people, you have to.
I, I'm gonna be honest, guys. He kind of cooked my ass because at the end of the day, you should live the way you want to. Because that's a good point, right? Because I don't mind, right? I want to chill with the
Yeah.
homies. If we lose, it was chill. You know, it's a game.
Get me out
Innovate.
of this game. You
Inno-
guys suck.
Innovate is like, dude, I've never played with the worst team ever. You know what I mean?
Wow.
No, but jokes aside,
Uh,
like
My friend was telling
that's
me that
true.
the bronze game was fucking torture. Sorry
Really?
for the F word. Yeah, they said they're diamond 3 right now, and they were telling me that they hated playing in bronze because the games felt harder than the diamond games.
Oh, and it's something that's definitely different for everybody because I love those challenges.
No,
Dude, okay. Picture this, right?
picturing.
You go to your friend's house. There's a Smash setup.
Okay.
I'm the best in my friend group. I'm like, and
No,
and you know what I
no.
say? And you know what I say? One versus three. I'm the one guy right now. I could beat all three of you. Friendly fire off. I'm winning. You know what I mean? And you know what? Even if I don't win,
I mean, why would you do that to
even
them? Did you do
even
that? Is this a real story?
I've done this, dude. Okay, first of all. you would not believe how many times people have suggested we should just do a 1v3 against Hype, you know? But the thing is, I welcome the challenge. It sounds like a fun idea. When do you ever get to do that? If
That's
I
so
lose,
funny.
well, it was fun. If I win, you know how many bragging rights you get? It's at the end of the day, it's all about bragging rights. You know,
When
I'm
they
better than
say, let's
you.
go to Whataburger, let's go to Jackie Mott, IP's like, did you win? I don't think you won. You don't get to pick where we're gonna go eat. I'm gonna get to pick. Can you 1v3? I don't think you can 1v3. We're eating,
Dude,
we're
but
getting Whataburger whether you like it or not,
but the thing is, like at the end of the
bro.
day, I'm in love with challenges, right? So that, and I love my friends. I have gone to so many lengths to ask my friends. I'm like, what multiplayer game can we play? What co-op game can we play? I want us to play together and I want us to have fun
Yeah.
together. Other people might be like, I want to play this game because it has ranked and it's competitive. And for me, I might be like, probably not, because sometimes it can get a little
Okay,
rough.
wait. You're making yourself out to a humble guy. Pause. Wait. No.
You don't think so?
You are such a picky in every way. I bet you were like, I remember that you told me that when you go to restaurants, you will ask, do you have chicken tenders? Because that's the only thing I'm gonna like. You do not do not label yourself as the chill dude that will do anything when he's super picky.
Dude, dude, no. First of all, I want the record to show I
Okay.
have not gate kept my friends in a restaurant in like years. I used
Okay.
to. I used to. I'll be
Okay.
honest. I was like, if they don't have tenders, boss, I'm cooked, right? But dude, and also, I just want the record to state, because I randomly thought about it. Let it be known, I destroyed Innovate in a game of Smash Brothers using Kirby and not doing damage at all. I just
You're such a
I I
rat,
just
bro.
inhaled him
That
and
wasn't
footstooled
that
him.
wasn't even when I was at peak, bro. I literally had been playing the you've been playing it for so much longer than me. What a
Anyways,
rat,
look,
dude.
look, look, we're getting off topic. The point is, um, it's so funny. We actually trailed so far. You know what I mean? Now we're talking about like Smash Brothers, but I'm just talking smack. Um, I'm look. Let's review. Let's review. I'm
Okay,
goaded. I'm
recap.
I'm goaded at games. Making
Oh.
friends is hard. Innovate would only be friends with you if you won a game in the first two. I'm down to run that open lobby with you.
uh,
Okay, okay. But I do want to go back to the aspect of like loneliness, because the one thing I wanted to bring up was, I think the dangers of loneliness is that you start to get demotivated all around, like for a lot of things.
yeah.
You suddenly don't want to get up in the morning. Maybe you stay in bed a little longer. Maybe you don't go to the gym that day. You know,
I have a question.
go you in the back. Yeah, you.
Does does World of Warcraft cause this loneliness?
Dude, he's projecting. That's insane. Okay, let it. Okay, okay. Because I know why he's mentioning this, by the way. I have not played World of Warcraft in the past 2 weeks, besides raid logging. Um,
hmm
but okay, first of all, I don't think World of Warcraft causes loneliness, because I now know around 20 plus people, because that's how
Uh-huh.
many people you need in a raid. Like,
Okay.
first of all, I love my guildies. I love all of them actually.
Okay.
I am good friends with all of them. I feel like a very special relationship with them. I feel like I could message them and be like, "Homie, what's up?" You know?
Okay.
Um, so I'm gonna disagree. Honestly, World of Warcraft is kind of like a very sociable game. Is that how you
So
would?
why does it make people depressed? Okay,
That
here's my
is
argument.
no,
Here.
no
Okay.
correlation.
Here's my argument.
Here we go.
Pause.
Okay.
Right. The idea is that when you play an MMO, whether it be on your phone, you know how you'll download a game that says click here for coins, and then you'll be like, oh, here's for coins.
I want some
So
coins.
my thing is that World of Warcraft is very similar to that in the sense that it gives you a lot of dopamine in the first, let's say 60 levels, depending on what version you're playing on. First 60 to 80 levels if you're playing on the newer ones. So it gives you a lot of dopamine of like progression and stuff like that. When you get to end game, any MMO game actually, the amount of dopamine it starts giving you is a lot smaller. So the progression or the amount of gameplay and game time that you have to invest into the game is so much more. And I felt that heavily when I played Destiny. I don't know if it was Destiny 1 or Destiny 2, I forgot. I put hundreds of hours on Destiny, and I just remember feeling so underwhelmed. And I just never got that dopamine hit of when you first complete a raid. Now it's like complete the raid because you need to collect as many things. I totally forgot about how much, and I played so much Destiny. But I'm trying to point out that a lot of these MMOs have a lot of similar aspects to them that we experience in mobile gachas, where there's a lot of
Mm.
dopamine in the beginning. You get addicted to that dopamine. It's obviously not like hard drugs and stuff like that, right? But I will say that that rush or that enthusiasm to continue playing excessive amount of hours, I think sometimes leads people to feel underwhelmed because of it. But Hype does leave a good argument. While you're feeling underwhelmed with the character progression, you will feel satisfied in a societal way because you are now a part of a bigger thing, which is rating.
Yeah. I will. I okay. Just first of all, I do want to admit I'm kind of surprised Innovate knows that much about World of Warcraft. Uh, like he said, the first 60 levels or first 80 levels, depending on the version. I was like, anyways. Second of all, um, I yeah, similar to Destiny, I played Lost Ark. I think I have 1,600 hours on Steam. When
What?
okay, and first
Does
of all,
everybody did everybody have a Destiny addiction?
well, hold on. First of all, 1,600 hours. Oh, I said Lost Ark. Uh,
Oh, you're
yeah,
so right.
yeah, yeah.
I was like thinking that you were mentioning Destiny expansion.
Nah.
You're right.
Oh,
I
that's true. That's
apologize.
true. That does exist.
That's
Um,
what I thought we were saying, or the lost something, or whatever.
I played Lost Ark for 1,600 hours in a year. I
Okay.
don't play it anymore, and I got free. I got set free. I hated it. Like when I left, and I was like, wow, that was a toxic relationship. Another
And then
aspect,
he plays WoW.
but so okay, so you guys understand why I did it, why I play WoW.
Okay.
I have a friend that I made a deal with. The deal was if I played the expansion or War Within, the current expansion that's happening in World of Warcraft, in return, he would watch all of One Piece. And he has been watching all of One Piece. And if I have to suffer from playing World of Warcraft so my friend can experience peak, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta look out for your homies, no matter how much they hurt you. You gotta be like, you know what? Don't worry about it, bud.
No matter how much addictions and dopamine hits they give you.
Oh, speaking about the dopamine you mentioned, it's so true. Because one of my current obsessions is Nikkei. I love the
Mhm.
story. I love the story, and at the start, they give you so
It's mid.
many mats, they give you so many things, right? They give you everything. Now, dude, it took me a month to beat the current boss. Don't get me wrong, I love the chapter. What an amazing chapter. It's the Mirror Container boss, chapter 32, if anyone knows Nikkei, and it was just peak. Like I remember reading the story and I'm like, this is so great. It took me a month to find this conclusion. I still have 8 more chapters to go through. I probably will not see those chapters in a span of like maybe half a year if I'm lucky. Maybe I'm hoping. Oh God,
You're crazy,
it's
dude.
doomed.
But yeah, and I think when you're not getting that dopamine from these games, I think it does make you frustrated. And I can say that as someone that plays a lot of competitive, I end up feeling frustrated when I don't win. Let's say I go on a losing streak, bro, I'm depressed instantly. Like it's so funny, it's bad. It really is like an addiction to for my brain. Where if I play League, when I was like a big League addict, even though it took me like 12 years to get to diamond. I'm so sad. But like if I went on a losing streak, let's say 3 games lost in a row, bro, I was literally like thinking, man, what's the point in like everything of my life, bro? Like it wasn't even related to the. So I think that is how I felt when I would play Destiny or when I would play WoW and I felt like I wasn't progressing. That's the same type of emotions I would feel in those games as well. And go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna mention, you make a good point because, just like you mentioned, I'm always down to like play casual games and this and that, this and this. I actually lied. League of Legends is the one where I was actually bothered if I played with someone like a duo queue and we lost 3 games in a row. Dude, you lose a game in League, a year of your lifespan depleted. Like, you know how much effort you have to do that? Dude, and
Dude.
don't get me started when you win a game. Okay, picture this. Picture this. 40 minutes. You were the one that's fed. You need to carry this team. You're going to win this game. That is the only way we're going to win this. You make no mistakes, close to perfection. You come in clutch, you win, right? Nexus explodes, plus 20 LP. Yes, I'm climbing, dude. You know what happens the next game? Someone disconnects. Someone runs to the middle. Someone just
Yeah,
feeds.
dude, 40 minutes of like, I will make this a victory. And then next game, you literally load up 3 minutes in where you can't restart the game. A summoner has disconnected.
That is the worst part too, when they wait the window and then DC. Because if you guys don't know, League of Legends, you can if there's a DC at the beginning, the game will warn you like, do you guys want to surrender? Like the
Yeah,
player never went to the game. But if they wait the window, like I think it's like what 3 minutes, right?
3 or 5, I don't
Three or
remember.
five. Let's say they wait 3 or 5 minutes and they're like, yeah, I'm done, guys. I'm not doing this. And then they
They
DC.
died, dude. They first blood. Oh, not only that, they feed. They will feed the first 2 deaths. They will get first blooded. They're playing mid. Always mid laners, by the way. Super narcissistic people. They will TP to the
I thought
tower,
about mid. I
and
thought
then
about
they'll
mid.
walk into the enemy. And I'm like, brother, what the fudge, bro?
I
What are
I
you doing?
I was thinking of
A
mid
summoner has
specifically
disconnected.
too. Yeah. It's insane. I don't want to talk about League anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. That's horrible.
Okay, the thing is, I do admit making friends is hard because everybody that I've played in the LFG server are acquaintances,
Mm,
and they just happen like some people I am messaging, right? They're friends, I guess. But if you're talking like, oh, I don't have a close friend, you have to go out of your way and find people to make a close friend. Because there's 8 billion humans on this world. You really think there's not someone that feels the exact same way as you?
good point. Like I do want to brush on that because again earlier I was saying like the frustrations of not like having an interest but none of your friends have a similar interest, right?
Yeah.
That is something that is very common. And if I'm in that situation where I have been, especially early this year, for example, like Nikkei, I got into the community. I loved it. None of my friends play it. None of them are invested in the story, right?
Yeah.
And I went out of my way. I found some friends, started a server. I started a Discord server, started inviting people. I have multiple channels. We have good discussions now, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so
You
happy
have an
about it.
NSFW channel
No,
mention.
no, no, no. Not
Yeah,
me.
you do.
First of all, no, I
It's in
don't.
general.
I'm
It's the
okay.
general chat.
You know what? I'm not gonna do it, but just pretend I'm gonna edit an image at the bottom left, like where I'm pointing at, and it's gonna be the channel names because none of them are NSFW. Because what he doesn't know is that all of Nikkei is NSFW. Anyways, the point is, another game anytime like I have an obsession, my first thought is like I want to make a group chat. I started reading manga and I wanted to talk, I wanted to combine some of my friends or like people that I know were interested in certain topics to get in that group chat. And now I have that, and now everyone knows each other, and it's all great. It's all sick. You know what I mean? But you have to make the effort. You have to make that uncomfortable push, whether it be yourself hosting that thing or joining a group that already exists. It's very
Yeah, because you
possible.
can always be a company, not the host. I think a lot of people assume that they themselves have to be the host, but that's an extrovert thing. You know, you might be an introvert, and if you are, just tag along, dude. Like, just
Hmm.
tag along. You really can also be muted in a lot of these conversations, or like hop on a lobby and say, "I don't have a mic." If you don't feel comfortable, oh, I fixed my mic. I don't know why, bro. Like, you know,
Dude, shout
if you
out.
feel like you're gonna say something weird, just mute yourself. Say you don't have a mic. Like, it's okay.
Dude, shout out to one of my guildies. He never talks. He never talks. But he's always joining the Discord call and he's always hearing us. Never would say anything. After 2 weeks, the first thing he said, he unmuted you. He said "F you, hypey," because I trolled him in game. I trolled him in game. But I was laughing so hard because I was like, that's the first thing you said. But it also made me
Yeah,
feel very special because, he finally talked,
yeah,
right? And now, like, sometimes he joins the calls and he's unmuted, and he doesn't say too much, but he talks here and there, and it's awesome. Like, he's a great guy, and I like having him around. you know but
yeah,
that might be the case for, like, maybe he doesn't feel comfortable talking, or maybe he just doesn't like talking too much. But the fact that he slowly, like, just branched out and, like, kept joining and kept being like, oh, do you guys need another person? Like, I can join if you guys have a spot. And I'm like, yeah, 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 come through, come through. So what's going on with you over
yeah. I
there?
was looking. It's because just to make sure you had a spot.
Hey, my favorite bit is when I'm like, I have a question over here, question over here. If you have your time, innovate, question over here, and then
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then wait for a friend to be like, yes, you in the back, like, such a dumb bit.
Oh man, do you? It's tough though. I will admit the loneliness epidemic is in association, I think, to how aggressively we've been enjoying. I'm gonna say enjoying
Hmm.
social media. I understand that to some extent people are addicted to social media. When I say that, I mean like doom scrolling, or just looking at their phones and stuff like that. I think we got lucky. I am 28, 29 next week. Actually, I'm old as
Oh
shit,
my
dude. But
gosh! Happy
um,
birthday soon.
what's it called? I think we got lucky that we didn't grow up from the ages of like 5 to I think 14 or 15 where we didn't have social media. So it wasn't the norm. It wasn't a house thing. And maybe if you were like a techie where you had a computer kind of thing, you had Facebook. And now Facebook is outdated and now everybody's like Instagram.
Shout out to my
My
MySpace
point,
homies.
shout out to the MySpace people. My point is social media used to be a thing where it's an easier way to connect with people. And what's crazy is that now social media is has become an avenue for people to be seen, but also for people it causes people to be lonely. It really does. And I think it's because since you can be seen on social media, when you're not seen on social media, let's say you post something and it gets 10 views, you feel underwhelmed or you feel like you're not as valuable, kind of thing. And I only say this because I remember in early high school and late middle school, a lot of my feelings were that, oh, not enough friends are liking my post. Oh, I don't have enough friends and stuff like that. And I feel as though people are not growing out of those emotions comparatively to how I believe a lot of people in my age group were able to grow out of those emotions. By the way, some people of my age group have not grown out of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no one likes me, like no one cares about me. When was the last time you talked to someone? It's just like,
Yeah,
dude, come
dude,
on, like
I have a friend that very recently, she's 30. for reference, I'm 28. I knew her in high school. I hadn't talked to her
Okay.
since like high school. I made a
Okay.
post on Facebook. I think I was just sometimes I make a post that is like, "Hey, hope everyone's doing good. There's a lot of people I haven't talked to. Hope everyone's doing great." And she
Yeah.
responded. And if I'm being honest, that's the last person I thought who would respond. But her genuine response was, "Hey, I've been like this. It's been tough, but you know what? It's gonna be better, and I hope you're doing great. Like I haven't talked to you in forever, but like I have some good memories with you, and you were a great person, right? This and that." But the fact that she went out of her way to like say something like that, like just to like a post I had, right? It made me think. I was like, I don't think like anyone else would have said that besides someone that might be like wanting to talk to somebody,
Yeah.
looking for a friend. Because in a way I was kind of seeing it as a like yeah, it's hard out here, but we move, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going through the same thing. I'm kind of going through it too. And I messaged her and we talked about it more, and she's doing great. But like for me, that was like a personal call out, like just to be like, you know, it's tough, right? Like,
Yeah.
um, but that's how it is for some people. It's hard to reach out. For some people, they want to talk to everybody, but it's so hard for them to reach out. And whether you need someone to go talk to you to start the conversation first, just do it yourself. Be that engagement starter.
Is this the transition to AI? Actually, no. I'm gonna get to. I don't want to. But just summarize my topic. I don't want to talk about it because I have disdain on it right now from recency. But people are now feeling less lonely because they're talking to chatbots, AI chatbots. So I think that's gonna be it's opening a can of worms that I think we'll see the long term effects of it later on.
It's like the next decade, maybe we'll see like what it's actually doing to
Well,
people's.
yeah, what people how it is that people instead of interacting or putting themselves out there to socialize with people, they're interacting with something that is forced automatically forced to reply to you basically.
I I I will say I have a friend that I know talks to an AI bot most of the time, and I think it's very clear that he talks very differently now, like through text message and such.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is just one case, but I kind of put it on that.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I don't
You
as
left
well like
your
I thought about it.
you left your mic's range. None of that got picked up, by the way.
Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Look,
Say it again.
it's one of those things where I have a negative experience from it right now, but just wanted to talk about it because it is part of the loneliness epidemic in that sense. But we'll talk about it another time when I'm feeling up for it.
All right. Well, then let's do some closing statements then, huh?
Closing statements. What's up?
Overall, I do want to say if you feel like you're in a situation where it feels rough to do anything and you think loneliness is playing a factor, you should really try to put yourself out there. We referenced a lot of things throughout this podcast of things that you can do in order to start the conversation, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
whether it be through a Discord server, whether it be through a bar, whether it be through a local hangout, a club, activity, etc. Put yourself out there. You'll be surprised on what you find.
What is my closing statements? It's gonna be okay. I think that's really what it is. And if you're watching this late because we have 6 subs, which I by the way ecstatic about. You have no idea how me and Hype excited. We've been posting shorts and they've been doing really well, kind of thing, and just the little things, right? The one every time you do something, you kind of like improve by 1%, and you improve by 1%, and I've always been a big fan of that. But it's gonna be okay because there's always a 1% thing you can do today that can make your life a little bit better. So changing your pillow because you don't like the way your pillow or stuffing it to make it more comfortable with something, never. No, it's okay to be satisfied, but be satisfied in things that you feel like you'll be okay with. But don't feel satisfied in things that are making you feel worse. So in this case, if you're feeling lonely, uh, and you're not happy about it, that's not you being satisfied with it, but doing nothing will solve nothing.
Take
So
take the small steps if you
yeah.
need to.
Yeah, take the small steps. Join the Discord, and if you don't feel like talking to someone yet, at least today you join the Discord. Tomorrow, what are you gonna do? Right?
Yeah.
Little by little, little by little. I'm gonna send a message there.
Yep.
But also be. I think a lot of people are very scared of rejection, and I think the reason that a lot of dating apps right now are built the way that they are, in the sense of how you avoid rejection, or you basically get to say yes or no to thousands and thousands of people without being you yourself being told no to your face, I think is another reason that I think we're being mentally adjusted to the experiences. But it's okay to be told no to. Hey, I don't want to play with you. If that made you feel bad, or just happy I want to play with you. But yeah, take that into account. I think people have to. You're gonna get rejected, and that's okay. People are gonna say, "I don't really want to play with you," but sometimes you it wasn't anything that you did.
Dude, I will say, speaking about it, we got to play the new update that just came out for Windblown or whatever it was. But
It just came out.
yeah, yeah, like I think it's a big one too, but it doesn't matter. The point is, guys, make the small steps. Start today. Don't procrastinate. I know procrastinator, they're not the best. But if you made it this far, guys, thank you for listening.
What's
Thank you
the
for
secret word?
watching. You know,
You know,
you know. Thank you
you know.
guys for watching.
Make
If you
sure to
made it this
comment it.
far.
Make sure to comment the secret
Oh,
word.
I see what you're saying. I'm so sorry. The secret word. Let's make it another one. I thought you were talking about something else.
Oh,
Can we give a shout out to my Umbreon plushie in the back? The secret word for today
Umbreon.
is
Umbreon's the
Umbreon.
secret word.
Yeah. Feel
Yeah.
feel free to comment in the bottom in the comments below and let us know which you're interested in us discussing about. We're open to suggestions. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. I can't point because I'm gonna